Yeah. So the topic is now is about the ITIL. So ITIL means it is information technology infrastructure library. Okay. So ITIL means it is a kind of constitution. Like we have our constitution in our nation to run the IT operations. There is a constitution, and that constitution talks about do's and don'ts. If something is there as a do, what are all the procedure that you need to follow whenever you are doing any activity inside the information technology, and how can you secure your infrastructure. Okay, that is all about the ITIL. So basically it is a kind of framework which tells you the IT operations, how can you carry out the IT operations in your organization. So this ITIL talks about all the ticketing, all the changes, all the problems and the solutions only. Okay, how can you handle the things, that is called as ITIL. So if I just quickly go on to the next slide. So ITIL, it talks all about the, uh, I mean SLAs, the tickets and the SLAs. So before I get into the tickets, there is a concept called SLA in the ITIL. SLA means it is service level agreement. The SLA is nothing but it is the agreement between the service provider and the service consumer. Say for example, you are working for an organization called IBM. So IBM is supporting for a Coca-Cola company. So Coca-Cola and IBM, they will make an agreement. Okay, if any issue comes, how soon I can, or within how much of time I will be able to resolve the issues. Like that, they will make an understanding, that is called as agreement. So that time will be different based on the ticket priority, means how important that issue is, how badly that issue is impacting to the business. So depend upon the business, they will agree for that SLA. Okay, so there are four types of tickets. One is priority 1, priority 2, priority 3, priority 4. Either we can call it as P1, P2, P3, P4. P1 means high priority, means there is a sudden business interruption. Means, say for example, the Coca-Cola is manufacturing. So it is manufacturing 2.5 liter PET bottles. Imagine there is an issue in printing the labels on the bottle. Means every bottle when it gets manufactured, it will have the date of manufacture, expiry date, all those things. Okay, and per minute there are about 100 bottles of Coca-Cola is getting manufactured and coming out and palletizing. Okay, imagine if that application of printing is not running for 10 minutes. So 100 bottles into 10 minutes, if you do, it is how much? 1000 bottles. So 1000 into, if you consider 85 rupees also, the business loss is there about 8500 to 10,000 rupees per 10 minutes. Okay, then Coca-Cola will tell, no, there is a business loss. If the application is down for like 3 to 4 hours, it is a huge business loss will be there, that directly impacts on our finance, commercials. Then any such issue comes, you have to resolve the issue less than 4 hours, means 4 hours is max. Within 4 hours you need to resolve any P4 issues. They will tell within 15 minutes you need to acknowledge, and within 4 hours you need to resolve it. Means whenever there is an issue comes as a P1, somebody from your team should be able to acknowledge that yes, I can see there is an issue, we have noticed that there is an issue and we are working on it. Just to tell that, you have to tell within 15 minutes. And to resolve, you have 4 hours of time. Then you can raise a bridge in from the MIMT, major incident management team, and they will come, bring everybody, vendors, all the network team, support team, cloud team, everybody comes together on a call. They will discuss what is the issue, you check that, you check this, like that they will have that discussion, and then they will resolve the issue. So this 15 minutes we will call it as response SLA. How frequently or how soon you have to respond, that is called as response SLA. And this resolution for one is, it is resolution SLA. You may ask a question, sir, what if I am unable to respond it within 15 minutes, if I respond it in 16th minute? Or if I am unable to resolve the issue by 4 hours, I might have take 4 hours 10 minutes. So such scenario we will call it as SLA breach. That is called as SLA breach. Because you are breaching the SLA, means you are unable to make sure the issue is resolved within the stipulated time. That means the agreement is not met. That means you are breaching the agreement. Then you have to pay the penalty for the customers. Whatever loss is there from that business, we as a support team, we have to pay them back. That is called as, that is why the SLAs are very crucial. If something is getting delayed, you need to have the artifacts why there is a delay. Is there any other dependency, is there any local support you wanted and the local support team has not come up right time? You should have the artifacts for that, to prove that yes, that is not because of us, that is because of someone else, and that is the reason this breach is there. If you have the artifacts, you can show that artifacts to the customer, and you can even take the exclusion for that breach, so that you will not be able to paying any penalty for the customer. That is called as SLA, the response SLA, resolution SLA, and the breach. Then the same thing goes for P2, P3 and P4. For P2, you need to, this is actually what P2 means. P2 means little better than P1. P1 is very high priority. As soon as the issue comes, you have to start work on, because you will only have 4 hours of time. Okay, P2 means it is high priority. It is not critical, it is high priority. What happens in the case of P2? So instead of manufacturing 100 bottles, due to some slowness, maybe they are manufacturing 80 bottles. The slowness is there. So per minute about 20 bottles of business loss is there. So customer will tell you, no, there is no 100% business loss, but there is a delay in production. So we are losing the production by 20%. Do one thing, try to resolve this issue maximum by 8 hours. So acknowledge such issues within 30 minutes and resolve it in 8 hours. So 30 minutes is the response SLA for P2 and 8 hours is the resolution SLA. Rest all is same. If you are not able to respond it in 30 minutes, there is a breach. If you are unable to resolve the issue within 8 hours, that is a breach. Then P3 and P4 does not have any response SLA. So for P3, you will get 4 business days of time. 4 business days. And for P4, it is less critical. You have 1 business week. Again, this can be vary. It depends upon the customer to customer. If you are working in a banking customer, you will have very stringent SLAs, because banking is very crucial. So people will not wait for long time in the bank, because people will go to the bank only for the business. If they are not able to meet the business within the time, there is a huge loss for them. Okay, so if you are a banking customer or if you are a security related customer, the SLAs are very stringent, very less, very minute rooms will be there. Okay, but for any other customers, e-commerce or any other business, okay, there you have little bit. Okay, this is what the standards: P1, P2, P3 and P4. Okay, P1 is 15-minute response SLA, 4 hours is the resolution SLA. P2 is 30 minutes response SLA, 8 hours is the resolution time. P3 and P4 does not have response SLA, but P3 will have 4 business days of time to resolve an issue. P4 will have 1 business week of an SLA. Means if Monday issue comes, sorry, if Thursday issue comes, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday is off. You should Saturday, sorry, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is off. You have to remove that Saturday, Sunday again. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, yeah. Total 5 days. Now, one business week means it is, sorry, one business week means it is 7 days. Okay. So that is how the ticket priorities will be there. Now you know what is ITL. ITL means it is Information Technology Infrastructure Library. It is the framework designed to standardize the selection, planning, delivery, maintenance, overall the IT operations. Okay, so this information ITL talks about the SLA. SLA means it's an agreement between the service provider and the service consumer in order to resolve a particular issue in the given time. Okay, so that SLA will vary depends upon the ticket priority. So there are four types of tickets priority. One is P1, P2, P3, P4. There are four types of SLAs: P1, P2, P3, and P4. Okay. If it is a P1, 15 minutes is the response SLA, 4 hours is the resolution time. If it is a P2, it is about 30 minutes is the response SLA and 8 hours is the resolution SLA. And P3 and P4 does not have any response time or response SLA. They will only have resolution SLA. That is for P3 it is 4 hours and for P4 it is 1 business week. Okay. Now there are multiple types of tickets. I will not explain you everything. I will only explain you service request and the incident. Okay. So service request means it is a request. It is a request coming by a user requesting for a service. Say for example, I logged in. I joined as a new user. I wanted to install one printer, or I wanted to get access to an application. Then I will raise a service request. That service request will be looking like that, start with like this, either SR service request 1 2 3 4 5 or RITM 1 2 3 4 5, like this it will come. Either SR it will start or RITM it will start. Okay, RITM means request management, SR means service request, both are same. Okay, so if anything that is requested freshly by a user for a service, that is called as service request. Example, a printer configuration, a driver update, or maybe a application access, etc., etc. That is called as service request. Another one is incident. So incident means it is an unplanned business interruption. Say for example, you are driving the car, suddenly a hump comes. As the vehicle gave jerk, the Gadi gets off. It was running perfectly fine. I have driven for 150 km now journey. So in the middle of the road, suddenly my car got problem, and it's just stopped. It is not moving front and back. So that is an incident. Or a person he was driving perfectly fine. He was very good. Suddenly he met with an accident and he lost his leg. That is an incident. Means this ongoing service get sudden interruption. Maybe an application, Facebook is working perfectly fine. Suddenly when you try to upload a video, it says page cannot be found or unable to upload the video due to some Java error, something like that, some error comes. Then that is eligible for an incident. So basically service request and the incident difference is, service request means it is something freshly requested by a user, that is called as service request, and there is no business interruption there in the service request. But in case of incident, so the application was perfectly working fine, all of a sudden an unplanned business interruption appeared. Okay, and that is causing the interruption to the business. Okay, that can be an application slowness, or application is not working, or maybe the computer is unable to access, anything is there. Okay, that is called as an incident. The incident will always looks like this. Incident means it start with INC 1 2 3 4 5. This is how the incident looks like. Okay, this is about the service request and the incident. So we have another two types of tickets. One is change ticket. change records. We will also call it as CRs. So CR means any change that you do to the estate. Say for example, you have a server. That server has got 4 virtual CPUs and 16 GB memory, and it is very slow always. Then customer will tell increase the CPU to 8 and memory to 32 GB. So here the configuration is getting changed. Then you have to raise HCR, change ticket, and tell this is an application called Facebook. It was very much slow, hence with respect to the business approval we are increasing the size or configuration. Okay, so that you will document in this change ticket. The change ticket will be looked like CR12345. This is called as change ticket. Another one is there, problem ticket, problem record. So what is problem record? So we'll give you a basic example. So you have a two-wheeler. Every day morning it is not getting start. Every day. I mean, it was working perfectly fine. Suddenly, due to this rainy season, from the last 1 week, every day morning you are facing challenges in starting the vehicle. Okay, you do lot of exercise. You'll put the choke. You'll check that, check this, all these things. It is giving you a lot of problem. After 10 minutes or 15 minutes of exercise, it is getting start. That means there is some problem, because the issue comes every day morning, because the issue started. I mean, you will face the same issue every day morning. 10 minutes or 15 minutes of time is getting wasted to kick start the vehicle or to start the vehicle. That means there is a problem. Or I'll give you another example. So you are perfectly fine, but when you are traveling on the bus or on the train, some people will get headache. Otherwise, they will be perfectly fine. Okay, when they start traveling in the bus, they will get the headache. That means there is a problem. If they go in train, they don't have problem. If they go in car, they don't have any problem. But when they go in bus, they will have the problem. That means there is a problem. That is a sign of a problem. So problem means if there is a repetitive issue. With respect to the IT, say for example, every day afternoon 1 o'clock, your application Facebook is getting slow. Okay, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, it was noticed, and the problem management team tells you, we can see this issue is coming every day 1 o'clock only, and the issue automatically get resolved after 30 minutes. Can you please investigate what is the problem? That is eligible for a problem, because there is a repetitive and same pattern is there. Every day 1 o'clock the problem arises, 1:30 the problem is getting resolved. Then they will raise a problem record, and the problem record looks like PR12345. This problem record, what it will do, it will give you an option to investigate what exactly the issue for this everyday issues. Then you have to identify what is the root cause. What is the root cause? Then while you are investigating, you notice that the issue is there every day 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Then you went and checked, is there anything from the application and is ratings and reading, any operation is there? No. Is there any antivirus scan is happening during that 1 o'clock? No. Then you notice that there is a backup service consuming more memory and CPU every day 1 o'clock. Why? Because the backup should happen during the off business hour. When there is no business, night time the backup should happen. 1 a.m. in the morning the backup should happen, but by wrongly that backup has configured for 1 p.m. Since 1 p.m. in the afternoon till this backup completion happens within 30 minutes, the CPU and memory are getting spike up. Then you fix that, yes, there is an issue with the backup, then we can change the backup schedule from 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. then you will capture that information in the problem record, and you will write the RCA, and you will submit it to the problem management and discuss that with the stakeholders and resolve that problem record. So these are all the four types of tickets we have in the ITIL. One is service request, that is something requested by a user freshly. An incident, an unplanned business interruption happens, and that is eligible for an incident. You cannot create an incident stating that please attach a new printer to me. That is not an incident, that is a service request. You already have a printer, it is not working, it was working yesterday, today it is not working, then that is an incident, because you already had the printer, it was working, suddenly it stopped working, that is a result for an incident. But freshly you are asking for a new printer, that is not for an incident, that is a service request. Then change record means any changes that you do in the estate, that is eligible for a change record. Or any problem that is appearing in the estate, that is eligible for a problem record. Okay, that is all about the ITL. Now let me take you the graphical UI of the ticketing tool. So this ITIL has got multiple tools actually. So the very famous one is ServiceNow. If somebody asks you what is your ticketing tool, probably your organizations will have multiple, but that ServiceNow ticketing tool is one of the very famous. 99% of the industry standard application is ServiceNow. This is a ticketing tool. It is just a website. You just have to go to your Google Chrome or your Edge browser, and the URL you have to browse. As soon as you browse the URL, it will ask you the username and password like this. Okay, like this. And as soon as you log in, you will get the window like this. You see here, there are multiple incidents are there. Just a visibility. This is just for your visibility. Okay, see, there is an incident called IN 332546643. Okay, and see here, this is opened on this time. And what is the issue? Database D0 something something showing timeout issues. This is the issue. Okay, whose rise? Abel. What is the priority? See, I told you P1, P2, P3, P4. See, P1 is critical. You see, red color is there, important. Okay, P2, see, high, it is amber. P3, see, moderate, no much issues there. And see, P4, I don't have any P4, but I have P5. This is planning. So this is you have enough time, no worries. Okay, and you see the status. As soon as the issue comes, it is in progress. As soon as the issue close, it is resolved. As soon as the issue comes, it will come as a new. When you start working, it will become in progress. When you are done with the issue, it will become as a result. Okay, and I'll tell you the assignment. How will you know it is belongs to which team? You see here, there is a, for the hardware there is a separate assignment group, hardware team. If it is a software problem, you can add software problem here. If it is service desk, you can add service desk. If it is Wintel, it will go to the Wintel. I'll show you next. See, that is how the RITM incident looks, and see the RITM, the request. The request number is there, request item, who is the requested, what is assignment group, I mean which team this has to go, that is ITS apps, due date, all those things. See here, as soon as the issue comes, the status is new. See, this is a P1, urgency is high, P1, ticket comes as a state as new, and this person start, this appears to be back online. I mean, he is telling this, there is a database server L7, LS7 is down, and server is not reporting to the ping. Okay, then this system administrator goes and checks the console, it was down, he bring the server back, and he is mentioning the server appears to be back online. It's responding to the internal pings. We are currently working to confirm that the dependent web applications have connectivity, so they are still working. Whatever you do work, you have to mention here, you have to comment in this additional comment box, comment it and post it. So once the issue is resolved, here there is an option to resolve. Click on this resolve, and the ticket state will be changed from new to resolved or in progress to resolved. See, this is how the looks like. How to create an incident? Just go on the here. If you go to the incident, see here there is an option to new. Click on new. Then this window opens. This window opens automatically. The ticket number comes. You need to key in who is the caller, who is the location, which location, what is the category, what is the impact, urgency, priority. See, what is the contact type, is it phone or email or something, and in the description you have to mention what is the issue, and then you can update the ticket or save the ticket. So this is all about the ITL, guys. So any questions here? If no questions, I think we are good. Let me stop the recording and then I'll take the questions. Thank you.